Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. I just want to thank you guys for 500 subscribers. We finally made it. I'm glad I managed to get it before the year ended since, I started off with only 10 subscribers at the start of the year. So it's been a great year. I've gotten better with making deck profiles, got better with the game as I went. So I thought I'd celebrate the occasion since we're almost done with 2018. In fact, tomorrow's the last day of 2018. And celebrate the new year by giving you guys some new deck profile updates. Today's going to be Shaddoll Dinosaurs once again. I found some new tech choices that really make this deck a lot stronger. And in fact, I almost topped out of locals yesterday, but I misplayed against Thunder Dragons. I lost to True Draco since, Floodgates. I couldn't even draw any of my back row removal cards, but it happens. You can't expect to win them all. But Shaddoll Dinosaurs is still a great card, or still a great deck choice actually for this current format. So, yeah. So, let me show you what I got, and yeah. Hope you guys enjoy this. Alright, so starting off, I'm going to be playing, of course, 3 copies of Ultimate Conductor Tyranno. This is easily my favorite boss monster. 3 Oviraptor. 2 Quatless. 1 Giant Rex. Miscellaneousaurs. And finally, 1 Dogoron. So, this is pretty much it for the Dinosaur monster engine, just because, you need Oviraptor to, pitch away your Quatless or search out your Tyrannos, anything. And Dogoron's the searchable kaiju, so it also helps get rid of problematic monsters. Miscellaneous for built-in protection. Giant Rex, free summon if it's banished. Tyrannos, your Book of Eclipse. So really all powerful engines. These all play a key essential part of my strategy, so yeah. Alright, so moving on to the Shaddoll engine. Got 1 Beast, 1 Dragon, 1 Falco, 1 Hedgehog, and 1 Squamata. And if you don't like Squamata, Armageddon Knight's a good substitute. I just prefer Squamata because it's just easier to pitch away. In fact, and I usually like to use this card a little bit more than against Gumbler decks, because if this card is in my hand, I pitch it. I can also get a free plus out of it by pitching away Shaddoll Beast or Hedgehog to search out my Beast and all that good stuff. For the only hand traps I'm only playing 6. I'm playing 3 Ash Blossom, standard disruption, of course Ogre as well, which is good for spot removal. It's also good against summon sorcerers, because you don't want that summon sorceress place to go off and all that good stuff, Alright, so moving on to the spells. Since this is the Shaddoll variant, playing 3 fusions, 3 fossil eggs, 3 double evolution pill, which you can actually play easily because you have plenty of dinosaur and non-dinosaur targets, so it brings double. So this deck can make a double evolution pill bring out its full potential. 3 Called by the Grave, since now that it's back at 3, you have protection against hand traps, and even when I'm forced to go first, Called by the Grave is actually pulled through quite a bit. The new tech card I decided to run, I decided to scrap Allure of Darkness. It's good, but I think this card's a lot better because it helps you keep your Shaddoll place a lot more live and helps you reoccur your resources. Because the one thing that this deck has trouble with is recovery. If it uses up all its resources and your opponent somehow miraculously gets around your plays, you have a hard time recovering. So this card actually changes all that, which is Slash Draw. This card can help this deck actually FTK if you can actually pull it off. But if you don't, so basically here's how it works. You discard 1 card, you mill the same number of cards your opponent controls, draw 1 card, and if you reveal it. If it's Slash Draw, destroy all those cards, and you inflict 2,000 points of damage. If it's not Slash Draw, shovel back the same number of cards from your graveyard back into your deck, equal to the cards you milled. So you get to choose what cards you want to shuffle back. So let's say I opened up with a Quatless. You never want to open up with Quatless. Discard it, mill the cards. If it's not Slash Draw, shuffle back whatever's left. If any of the cards you decided to keep in the graveyard was the Shaddoll card that was milled, it will trigger off its effect. So Slash Draw is busted in this deck, and that's why I decided to go with that more than Allure of Darkness. For the 1-ups, got 1 Super Poly, 1 Foolish Burial, and 1 Monster Reborn. All standard key choices, so yeah. Surprisingly, I never saw Super Poly, not once at the tournament yesterday, but like I said, things happen, and doesn't always go as you planned. Moving on to the extra deck, we got 2 copies of Il Shaddoll Winda, 1 Shakinaga, 1 Grista. I took off Mud Dragon, brought back Predator Plant Dragon Stapelia, only because Prank Kids is now considered meta. Thunder Dragons is still extremely powerful. In fact, I went up against 1 Thunder Dragon player. That's the one I lost to. he played it quite differently. He kept his fusion monsters in defense mode primarily because, you know, they can't be, since, you know, they have the built-in protection, they can't be destroyed by Boral's Sword Dragon. And he also played some Chaos Dragon monsters, which actually made that deck a lot more aggressive, faster, and he was able to fill up his board too with a copy of number 38, Hope Harbinger. So I'm like, man, that is one impressive Thunder Dragon deck. So that's one of the reasons why I decided to bring this back, just to get around those problems, because, you know, can't respond to Super Poly, so why not? And plus, you can place a Predator Plant counter on any monster you choose, and it negates activated effects as long as it has that Predator Plant counter. So, great card overall. For the XCs, got one Logia, Dolka, of course, one a Bitch Dweller, Tornado Dragon, and Gustav Max, you know, for time rolls. And honestly, I never had to deal with time rolls. I was able to get through my matches fairly quickly, but still, you know, it's there when you need it. Plus, you can use Sheki Naga, I believe, because I think that one's at level 10. For the Link monsters, got Reapodokus. I took off Wee Witch's Apprentice for Land Fornicus. I'm still debating which one I prefer. So far, Land Fornicus seems to be the easier choice just because, you know, it just requires 2 monsters overall, but I like Wee Witch's Apprentice since my deck is primarily mostly dark monsters, so this is one of those things, like, you kind of like, it's hard to choose. For sure, I want to keep the one Pentastack to get Tyranno piercing damage, one Trisbana, which is really excellent against Trickstar, Altergeist, and Sky Striker, and potentially True Dragos if you can pull it off, just as long as they don't pop your monster first. But I usually like to use it whenever I summon Giant Rex, summon to an arrow points to, banish Giant Rex, bring them back, and at the same time banishing all my opponent's spells and traps, and inflicting damage. And lastly, Borlo Dragon, which outs Boral's Sword, so yeah, this is just, you know, for insurance. Alright, so moving on to the side. Playing 3 copies of Dino Wrestler Pankratops. You got plenty of cards to side out. Usually, when I side this card in, I usually take off Squamata, one of my Tyrannos, and I do believe I take off the Shaddoll Dragon. Most of the time, it's going to be Shaddoll Dragon because, like, not every deck plays back row, so that's just one of these cards that I like to use against that. Or if it's a deck that runs Floodgates, you know, I'll take off maybe Shaddoll Falco instead. That way, you know, I have an out to those Floodgates. But yeah, Pankratops, definitely a good card. It's a 26k beater, so I highly recommend it at 3. 3 mind controls. Good against just about everything, you know. Just, you know, like, deal with problematic monsters. Like Boral's Sword, you definitely want to get rid of. Just link it away, or Boral Load, which, oh, actually, no, you can't use this against Boral Load. Boral Load can't be targeted. But any other card, you know, you definitely want to get rid of. 3 Twin Twisters, and 3 Hate True Nades. Hate True Nades really powerful against Sky Strikers, because, you know, if that Widow Anchor hits you, you're screwed. So definitely get rid of your opponents, get better against Sky Strikers than Twin Twisters. And finally, 3 reboots, because, you know, Floodgates are becoming more and more of a thing, and another card that someone tried to screw me over was There Can Only Be One. I just got lucky to pop it, so. But yeah, Red Reboot will definitely save you on that, and you can activate it from your hand as well, so just pay half your life points. Anyway, that's all I got for you guys today. Hope you guys really enjoyed this video, and I'll catch you guys again on the next one.